Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would show you how I do my quick, everyday, simple makeup routine. Thank you so much for tuning back in. If you're new to my channel, my name is Courtney. I'm here to talk about all the things skincare, beauty, and all the little things in between. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, hit the little notification bell so you get notified of all my upcoming videos. So let's get cozy and let's get into it. So I've already started with my skincare for the day and my brows are already on. They take a little bit of time and I just find it's the most boring part of a makeup routine to watch, so they're already on there for you. So like I said, today is just a very simple makeup routine. It's what I do every day on a just normal basis if I'm just running errands or if I'm just kind of puttering around. Since the brows are on, I'm gonna jump right into liner. So we're gonna use the Girlactik liner. It's been a favorite. It's a brown liner, so all we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little baby liner. So we're just gonna go in. And I'm only gonna do a short liner. I'm not gonna take it across the whole lid. I find that can just look a little bit harsh for just an everyday liner. So all I do is I just take it and draw almost like halfway across my lid. And then just kind of connect it to that line. Just simple, just like that. Move on to your other side. And then really try to tightly connect it to your waterline, just so that there's no gaps. And I find using the brown, it's just a little less harsh for an everyday look. If you like black, use black. I just use the liquid liner. It just goes on a little bit smoother, but you can use a gel liner if you'd like. So just with that, then I'm gonna go in with a little mascara. I've been trying out the Velour liner. This has a built-in serum, so it's just gonna help your lashes grow, be a little bit healthier. I struggled with my lashes ever since taking off my eyelash extensions. This has been helping. I will do a review on it after I've been using it for a little bit longer. I like to go in right at the base and kind of shimmy my way up. Kind of work that product right into the base to kind of lift. The brush is really nice. It is a kind of a curved brush, but it definitely gives you the volume, but it also separates and gives you that length as well. Depending on what I'm doing, I can just get away with one coat. But that's just one coat there. And also I find going right in at the base kind of helps to camouflage any gaps or anything like that from your liner. And don't worry if you get any on your skin or any on your lid, wait for it to fully dry, because once it's completely dry, you can just take a spoolie, a Q-tip, anything like that, and it'll just flick right off. And so that's one coat on each lash there. So now, normally this is when I would go in with my skin. I have a bit of a tinted sunscreen on right now, and where this is just kind of an everyday, I would either just do a tinted moisturizer or tinted sunscreen. I wouldn't go in with like a heavy foundation. So I'm just gonna leave kind of my skin, but I am gonna do a bit of concealer, a bit of bronzer, a bit of blush, and that's gonna be it for skin. If I was going out, I would do a foundation. So I'm just gonna go in with the Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Almond. This is a little bit darker than what I would normally do, so I do follow up with just a dab of something brighter just to brighten it up, but I love the consistency of this one, so I have been using this quite a bit. So all I do is I just do a little dab in my corners, and I'm gonna go in with the Farrah Conceal and Set brush and just go in and buff that out. I like to press instead of swipe. I find the swiping motion is gonna just move your product around. This is just gonna set it where you want it. because I'm not wearing any sort of other foundations, I will just kind of bring it down just to kind of blend it in those other areas. So I am going to take that same shade just where that's a little bit closer to my skin tone, and I'm just going to put it in the areas that I would need a little bit more coverage instead of taking the lighter one where that is just going to brighten up random spots where I don't have any foundation. If I was wearing foundation, I would use the brighter one. At this step, or after my next step of the lighter concealer, this is when you could go in and you can powder. I don't powder. I find it just really cakes me. It's not for me personally, but if that's what you like to do, this is the step that you would go in. So now I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty. This is in the shade 160C. It has a bit of a peach undertone to it, and it is definitely a lot lighter than that shade. So this is just gonna go in and brighten up a little bit. So I'm gonna do really small dots of that and just go in just so it brightens up a little bit. And again, bringing that down a little bit just to blend it. Just a little tip that I've picked up along the way just to help kind of blend everything. I'm gonna take my brighter shade here and a concealer brush. Just dab very lightly your concealer, and I'm gonna just take that even might be too much. I'm just gonna dab the excess on the back with my hand, just in your inner corners here, and just bring it up along in your inner corners. And all that's gonna do is it's gonna connect your foundation, but it's gonna connect into the inner corners where we tend to have a little bit of kind of a deep pocket or a darker pocket, but I'm just gonna kind of pat that in there. You can do this when you do have powder, when you have eyeshadow in there as well, and it'll just kind of blend it. But it just kind of brightens up that corner. And then what's left on the back of my hand, I'm just gonna do the other side. There, just kind of brightens everything up a little bit. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of the rest of my face. So I am gonna do just a tiny bit of blush, and this I'm going to use a cream blush for this. This is in the YC Collection blush. This is in the shade Fresa. Am I saying that right? Fresa, yes. So I kind of want just a little light glow. I don't want anything crazy. So I'm actually gonna do kind of just a little kiss on my face with this. I want to do my cream products before I do my powder products. So I'm going to take just a flat angled brush here, and I'm just going to go and kind of dab this over. I'm really liking this color. It is very pink, it's very pigmented, but once you blend it out, it just gives you a little soft hue of pink. And then I'll just go in with a tiny bit of bronzer just to kind of bronze the face up a little bit. I'll go in with my Nars Laguna and just a little bit of an angled brush as well, another brush. Just kind of dab into it a little bit just to give my skin a little bit of a glow and not a lot. Kind of bring it around the face. And then what I sometimes will do with that same palette, with that bronzing palette, just because it's got a little bit of nice color, I'll just take my MAC Fluffy Blending Brush, just go into it a little bit, and it's kind of the only time that I kind of dabble into the same colors. I will just take that and kind of just press it into my crease a little bit, just because it's a pretty color. Just kind of generally in the crease and kind of just bring it down onto my lid a little bit. I don't really want a whole lot of shadow up there, but it just kind of, if you've got veins or any sort of discoloration on your lid, it just kind of blends all of that together. And it's just like a little subtle color. And it kind of ties all of the colors on your face together. It kind of also brings that brown liner and this color all together. Realistically, I kind of just like slap it on there. See, just kind of hides any sort of discoloration on your lid. And then I'll just take that same mascara, just finish up those bottom lashes. You can take that same color as well and put it on your waterline. Like I said, this is just kind of my everyday look. If I put it on my bottom line, it will just kind of add to the look. But I'm just gonna finish up my bottom lashes here. There you go. Now, if you want to be a little bit extra like I am, you can do a little bit of highlight in the inner corner. So I'm just gonna take my Ofra palette here. There you go. You can take all the colors if you want. I'm just gonna take this shimmery kind of gold color here. Just dust it on this brush here. And just do a smidge of a highlight, just to give you that kind of dewy look. This is a complete extra step that you definitely don't have to do for an everyday look. And then I'll just take my little angled brush here, dip it into that same color, and just pop that into the inner corner just to make my eye kind of pop out a little bit more. And that'll be it. And this is my everyday kind of going out running errands, kind of no muss, no fuss look. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy. I can bang this out in about 5 minutes, especially if I'm not doing any face makeup. The highlight is a little bit extra, but you definitely don't have to add that onto it. I just wanted to show you guys an everyday look, something super easy, but definitely looks put together. And it's really simple once you know how to do everything. The eyeliner is something that I've definitely recently started trying, just the half eyeliner, and I'm really liking a little baby eyeliner. So what do we think? Thank you everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate all the love and support. Stay tuned for the next video and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.